In today's news, the government of the Virgin Islands announces increase in minimum wage. Public assistance grant bill passed. Honorable WALWYN calls for agriculture subsidies. Team BVI gets sight on medaling at the Olympics. One VI set of events hailed a success. ALIYAH Boston earns second All-Star selection. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Thursday, July 11th, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Happy Thursday and thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast, the government of the Virgin Islands has announced an upcoming increase in the territory's minimum wage. Deputy Premier and Minister for Financial Services, Labor and Trade, the Honorable Lorna Smith, OBE, disclosed that the minimum wage will rise to $8.50 per hour, effective from the 30th November 2024. She emphasized that this adjustment is part of a comprehensive strategy, which includes regular wage reviews, targeted support for small businesses, and increased investment in the workforce development.
Madam Speaker, tomorrow I will be asking my colleagues on the government side, in the cabinet, to agree to the long-awaited minimum wage increase. I'm very pleased that we have gotten to this stage, and I believe that we will be getting a good result.
To provide further transparency, the minimum wage review report that informed this decision will shortly be laid in the House of Assembly. Following this, the report will be made available to the public for further information on the rationale and details behind the minimum wage increase. This decision, and I quote, reflects our commitment to fostering a robust economy that benefits all stakeholders. Honorable Smith continued by saying, and I quote, by implementing this balanced approach, we aim to enhance worker welfare while fortifying our businesses for long-term sustainability. The adjustment follows a meticulous review by the Minimum Wage Advisory Committee, which carefully assessed policy documents, economic data, and labor force statistics. The committee engaged in widespread consultations, including surveys, media interviews, and focus groups, ensuring a diverse perspective from stakeholders such as BVI Chamber of Commerce, business owners, as well as employees. Honorable Smith extended her appreciation to the committee members and the Ministry of Financial Services, Labor, and Trade staff for their valuable contributions during this process. During a recent sitting of the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands, legislators gathered to debate the Public Assistance Grant Bill up for amendments. The amendments to the bill come at a very crucial time where residents and businesses continue to see effects of a struggling economy. Even legislators themselves mentioned these in their deliberations. Honorable Vincent Wheatley, Minister for Health and Social Development, presented the bill to the House and spoke on what the bill is expected to achieve.
Madam Speaker, with your kind permission, I am pleased to present to this Honorable House the Public Assistance Amendment Bill 2024 and usher it through the usual legislative process. Madam Speaker, my ministry has worked earnestly to strike a balance between adhering to the COI's recommendations and addressing the needs of our territory and most vulnerable populations. A fundamental part of the process required a thorough assessment of the legislative framework to ensure they align with the recommendations posed by the COI, while also modernizing and strengthening our social safety nets, essentially restructuring the existing public assistance program. This amendment bill, I believe, has to a large extent accomplished just that, Madam Speaker. But we know when we get to committee stage, we'll fix whatever concerns members may have. The public assistance program is a territory's leading contributor to delivering financial support and services to means-tested, low-income individuals and households. While the bill amends various sections of the Public Assistance Act of 2013, it addresses 5 significant areas. The first is updating the standard definitions used throughout the legislation, removing outdated provisions and introducing new sections that align with our current and social assistance practices. The second introduces a more specific eligibility criteria to ensure public assistance is targeted towards those who need it most.
Additionally, the Deputy Premier of the Virgin Islands, the Honorable Lorna Smith OBE, gave her contributions, making special mention of the particular aspects of the bill that needed to be looked at.
I thank you, Madam Speaker, and I agree with previous speakers who made the point that this bill needs to be looked at in a very holistic fashion and not just within the context of the amendments to the Public Assistance Act. And I shall use my very few minutes accordingly. Madam Speaker, I welcome these amendments to the Public Assistance Act. I welcome especially Section 14, which removes reference to public assistance areas in the country. I think my interpretation is that it's pejorative and no area in this country should be declared or referred to as a public assistance area. I also welcome Section 15, which makes it clear that any resident in the territory who can demonstrate that they are in need would be eligible for this increase in public assistance. I do agree with the point that was made that we need to perhaps move beyond just residents in the context of the Passport Act, or Immigration and Passport Act, and go a little wider. I also agree that we need the regulations to accompany this bill, but it's an excellent start. I think we have a sharper, tidier bill that responds to the needs of persons who require public assistance.
Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually...
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites.
It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Lord of Jesus. That line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come. Yes,
Good
son.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Moving right along on the local scene, opposition legislator, the Honorable Myron V. WALWYN, representative for the 6th Electoral District, has raised critical concerns regarding the state of agriculture in the British Virgin Islands. In a recent session of the House of Assembly, WALWYN questioned the government's lack of initiative in subsidizing the agriculture sector, highlighting its potential to reduce the territory's dependence on food imports, which will result in a lower food import bill. He emphasized the importance of government support in helping local farmers achieve sustainability and self-sufficiency, noting that other countries have successfully implemented similar subsidies to bolster their agriculture industries.
Agriculture in other countries, in the United States and other places, it's subsidized. It is subsidized. Why we can't subsidize farming in the country? Why we can't do that? Why we can't take off some of that money that we use for flying all over the place and give the farmers some money in a structured way to be able to produce food? Why we can't do stuff like that? We bite price? We can't get anything right? And so it's those kind of bold moves that I want to see us start to make.
Furthermore, WALWYN addressed the ongoing water issues faced by farmers in Paraquita Bay, Tortola, a long-standing problem that has yet to see resolution. He expressed his frustration, stating that he similarly could not comprehend why this issue has not yet been resolved.
What is so difficult to get some water at Paraquita Bay? What could be? And I'm not being facetious. I can't get it to understand. The water plant right there. Paraquita Bay right there. If you spit from the water plant, it ends up Paraquita Bay on somebody. Why you can't get water there? What is so difficult? With all the springs that it has up there and so on, what in God's name could be the problem? So
the inadequate water supply has been a significant hindrance to local farmers, affecting their productivity and ability to sustain their crops. In his remarks, WALWYN attributed the challenges faced by the agriculture sector to the government's inadequacy in providing the necessary resources for farmers.
And then how do we expect the farmers to produce when they can't get the basic ingredient water for their plants? People getting all kind of cancer, getting all kind of sickness from, and when you do the research, you see it goes back to the food that we eat. All this imported stuff with all of these chemicals in it, killing us off. We have a chance where our people are interested in farming. We can get some organically grown food, and we can't get some water to them to be able to do that. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Additionally, WALWYN urged the government to take immediate action to support the sector, while he believes it is vital for the territory's economic stability and food security. The British Virgin Islands has set a very ambitious goal for the upcoming Paris 2024 Olympic Games to return home with a medal. This bold objective was announced by Steve Augustine, president of the BVI Athletics Association, during the BVI Olympic Committee's press conference held on Tuesday, July 9th. Speaking at the event, Augustine responded to a question from local media regarding the growth of athletics in the BVI over the past 5 years. He said the BVI has graduated from simply fielding teams to participate at international and regional competitions to competing and medaling against the best athletes across the world.
Generally speaking, we've grown. Of course, we're now at the point where we've had Chantal Malone and Karen McMaster at the Olympics, placing very high positions, making finals. That is something that we were unable to do over the years, and we've grown to the point where that is now not just an expectation, but it's a reality. As a matter of fact, we're not going in there this year looking at coming home without a medal. We are looking at medaling this year, and that's a reality that the BVI Athletics Association, the BVI Olympic Committee, and other federations can now brag and boast and say that, we've grown. We've not stayed stagnant. Our athletes have continued to perform at a high level.
President Augustine highlighted the significance of the progress and success of the territory's top athletes, underscoring the development and the future potential of BVI athletics. A key example of this progression is Karen McMaster, the BVI's most decorated athlete, who earned a silver medal at the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary last year. McMaster's achievements have set a high standard and serve as inspiration for his fellow athletes as they prepare for the upcoming Olympics in Paris.
I spoke about Kyron's silver medal at the World Championships just last year. If that is not an indication, then I certainly can't tell you what really is. That's a medal that Karen was able to secure at perhaps one of the highest level in athletics that you can recognize as far as the sport is concerned. This year, of course, we're speaking about the Olympics, and guess what? His competitors are the very same guys he competed against last year at World Championships. So the stage might be different, but the game still is the same. Our athletes are ready, and I'm speaking about Karen, but look at the progress that Adeja has made. Well, she has been very aggressive with her progress, but look at the progress that she's made over the years. She's still a teenager. And I'm not saying that there are not other teenagers competing at the Olympics, but that is all teenager that's competing at the Olympics. That's not normal. So, well, there you go. She's still in high school. She's a high school athlete. Well, she just graduated, but she's a high school athlete. And of course, Ricoy has grown steadily over the years. I like Ricoy. I mean, those guys, all of them, they need to write books by the time.
The BVI team for the Paris 2024 Olympics includes Adeja Hodge competing in the women's 200 meters. She is set to make history as the youngest female athlete ever to compete in this event. Karen McMaster competing in the men's 400 meters. McMaster, ranked 4th in the world, is a strong medal contender with his previous World Championships success. Ricoy Brathwaite contesting the men's 100 meters. Brathwaite brings explosive speed and determination to the track. Thad Letsom competing in the ILCA laser sailing. Letsom will represent the BVI in a sport demanding precision and resilience. The Paris 2024 Olympic Games, running from Friday, July 26th to Sunday, August 11th, will be a crucial platform for these athletes to showcase their talents and, of course, strive towards their goal of securing a medal for the British Virgin Islands. Viewers, up next, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT Fire, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Hi, my name is Judy, VI Motors Operations Assistant, and I'm here with Thing, our mechanic here, and we're going to show you today how you can locate your VIN number on a vehicle.
Your vehicle's VIN, or Vehicle Identification Number, it's a unique code specific to your car. It's important for various purposes like registration, insurance, and maintenance. To find your VIN, start by looking at the dashboard on the driver's side. You can see it through the windshield near the bottom corner of the dashboard. It's usually a small metal plate or a sticker with a combination of 17 characters. If you can't find it there, other common locations include the driver's side door jab, engine block, or it may be mentioned in your registration's documents. And that's how you find your vehicle's VIN number. Remember, this unique identifier is crucial for various services related to your car. It's a good idea to note it down or take a picture for future references. If you are having trouble locating it, please don't hesitate to ask a professional or refer to your owner's manual for guidance. Thank you for watching this quick guide on finding your vehicle's VIN. Stay tuned for more helpful tips to keep your car in top condition. Visit us at Dove's Bottom or at our Parts Point location in Virgin Gorda, or call us at 494-2496 or our website at www.vimotors.com.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The organizers of the ONE-VI team recently concluded a successful weekend of activities, beginning with the ONE-VI Music Fest, followed by the ONE-VI Poker Run. The Music Fest was a first-of-its-kind endeavor for the ONE-VI team, while the Poker Run is in its third year.
Everyone that was there, let's start from Friday. Friday, everyone came out to see Mr. Singy himself, Taurus Riley, everyone. It was such an amazing crowd. And I think the performers definitely did us justice.
Indeed.
Farmer Nappy, Michael Tija, those were the performers before Taurus Riley, and they were so good. I'm not really a soca person, but
you enjoyed it as
well.
well.
I was jamming, definitely. But the crowd it was just great vibes, absolutely great vibes on that day. It was awesome. So then we went on to Saturday, where we had our headliner, which was Massacre. And I think persons also, we didn't see as much persons on that day because I think persons really looked forward to the Saturday and kind of was resting for Poker Run.
Yes, indeed.
But we also had a great time on Saturday as well. I think overall, I could confidently say that it was a successful music fest, especially for our first run.
Mr. Keem Pickering highlighted the stellar job captains did in spite of the rough waters experienced on that day.
Kudos to all of the captains, all of the passengers that endured. We had, 5 to 6 foot seas out there. The speed was not as much as we would have liked it to be, but we had to be safe. So in some instances, we were, just under 30 miles an hour cruising through those rough waters. However, we did it. And like you said, we all got home safely. This is now Poker Run number 3, incident free. We give all glory to God, and we pray that it continues to be that way. So, captains, again, thank you.
Mr. Pickering also shared who the winners of the Poker Run 2024 were.
So, our winners are Jordan Romney. He was a past winner as well. So, he seems to have a very lucky poker hand. We'll see if he's as lucky next year. Our second place winner is Dylan Castro. And then the third place winner is Carlos Castro. And surprisingly, those two are actually brothers.
Interesting.
So they took home a pretty good prize at the end of the Poker Run.
Additionally, the team took time to thank the ONE-VI team and contributing sponsors.
Our sponsors, because without them, it would not be possible.
Definitely.
So, I'll start with the sponsors for the Music Fest. We have Paradise Club, Caribbean Cellars, Infinite Solutions, Bailey's, Casamigos, Captain Morgan, Ketos and Kimberly Reimer, and of course our production team, KT Productions.
Very good job.
Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure working with KT. Anyone that knows KT Production knows that he's definitely a professional in his field, and it was an absolute pleasure pulling off that weekend with him and his team.
And for our Poker Run?
I think that we all slept on Monday.
Definitely.
After all of that.
I didn't.
You didn't get to sleep on
We had
Monday?
amazing things to do on Monday. So.
Listen, it was one wonderful weekend. And we would like to remind the public that at the end of it all, for us as this committee, we re-inject these funds into positive projects in the community. And so we thank you all for your support. Without you, it would not be possible. As hard as we may work and try to put something together, without the public participation, it would not be possible. And so on to the poker run. Sponsors, we have Paradise Club, the Wellness Center, Black Point Entertainment, Nagico Insurances, Gold Leaf Consulting, House of Luxury, Presidential Charters, Caribbean Cellars, Dynamic Cleaning, Tito's, and Brugal.
For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. United States Virgin Islander ALIYAH Boston of the Indiana Fever has been selected for the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, marking her second consecutive appearance, joining since the league in 2023. Last year, she started for Team Wilson and led her team with 11 rebounds in the first 200 game of the 2024 regular season. Boston has been an impressive, averaging 13.1 points with 8.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.3 blocks in the 30.2 minutes per game. She has started every game this season, showcasing her consistency and impact on the court. On June 18th, Boston was named WNBA Eastern Conference Player of the Week for the second time in her career, covering the week of June 10th to the 16th. Boston joins fellow teammates Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, and her achievement places her alongside Fever legends Tamika Catchings, Katie Douglas, and Candice Dupree as the only players in the franchise history to earn multiple WNBA All-Star Game invitations. This year also marks the second time the Fever will send 3 players to the WNBA All-Star Game, replicating the feat achieved by Catchings, Anna DeForg, and Tammy Sutton Brown in 2007. The 2024 WNBA All-Star Game is set to take place at the Footprint Center in Phoenix on Saturday, July 20th, and will be broadcast on CCT Live Channel ABC at 8:30 p.m. BVI time. The event will feature the WNBA All-Stars competing against the U.S. basketball women's national team. And viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com and on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates, as well as like us on Facebook at 284media.com and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a beautiful and enjoyable evening. A happy Thursday to each and every one of you. Goodbye.